February 23rd, 2024, on Tuesday, February 11th, 2025. Advance written notice of the meeting was posted, and advance written notice of the meeting was mailed to all persons who, according to the records of the authority, requested such notice.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yes.
Swear in new member Mark Fury for a term of February 1st, 2025 to January 31st, 2030.
I, Mark Fury, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and to the governments established in the United States and in the state under the authority of the people, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of the Commissioner of Mount Holly Municipal Utility Authority according to the best of my ability. So help me God.
Congratulations.
Fourth time I've taken that oath in the state of New Jersey. I'm not joking.
Congrats, Mark.
Mr. President.
At this time, we'll take an election for chairman or nomination.
Nominate Rich DeFalco.
Second.
First, second, roll call.
Commissioner Barlow?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Commissioner Fury?
Yes.
Chairman DeFalco?
Yes. Thank you. Moving on, we have election of the vice chairman for 1 year. Do we have a nomination?
I nominate Randy Burrow.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Barlow?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Commissioner Fury?
Yes.
Chairman DeFalco?
Yes. Election of secretary for 1 year term. Is there a nomination?
Nominate Jennifer Rivera. Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Barlow?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Commissioner Fury?
Yes.
Chairman DeFalco?
Yes. And lastly, we have election of treasurer for a 1 year term.
I nominate Michael Dehoff. Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Barlow?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Commissioner Fury?
Yes.
Chairman DeFalco?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to open up the public comments for action items only. Again, this is for items that are on the agenda for action to be taken. Louis, you have anything this evening?
Yes. Hello. Good afternoon. Happy New Year. I have one comment and three questions. The first comment is, what's the update status since the last MEA meeting of the upgrade improvement for the plants?
What upgrade?
I think the last time was, 2 months ago. You guys were supposed to make an improvement, like a break room.
Now, we have something on the agenda tonight for our headworks project.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering I actually had the last meeting, I was curious what happened to that project. That's what, okay. Agenda item 13, 16, and 24.
So 13 is a contract for our computer systems consultant, so the individual that does the work on networks, computers, website, etc. Was your a specific question on it?
It's by local people or have to be IT?
What's the question, Louis?
How you got hired? What's the process?
We went out to bid, so we advertised requests for proposals, and we received bids back, and that was the bid that was selected. It's
Okay.
Hawkins Technology.
Okay, thank you, appreciate it.
Our current computer system consultant.
You said
Okay.
16 was your next one?
Yeah, 16.
That's a nomination for one person. That just ensures that we're following all the public laws that we're supposed to. That
Okay.
person is charged with that.
And the same was 124.
24.
The same thing with 24. It's we go ahead authorize the QTA on an annual basis. Louis?
Can you say that again?
Louis, it gives the, 24 gives the authority, the flexibility when we go to purchase things. So we appoint a qualified purchasing officer.
Anything over a certain amount has to go to bid.
Okay, I'll take appreciate for the answer to that question.
No problem.
Is there anybody else in the audience that has anything to state this evening on the agenda items? Okay, seeing none, I'm gonna close the public comment on the action items, and we have approval of minutes. We have the regular meeting minutes of January 9th and the executive meeting minutes of the 9th. Mark, you'll abstain from those.
Motion to approve both the regular and the executive session.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Barilla?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Commissioner Fury?
Abstain.
Chairman DeFalco?
Yes. Next, we have the consent agenda. These are resolutions 2025-07 through resolutions 2025-28. Are there any commissioners that wish anything to be removed from that? If not, is there action?
I want to abstain from 2025-29.
That's not on it.
Oh,
We're not all set.
Yeah.
Thank you for correcting me. I was ready to just abstain as well.
See,
No.
no, see,
So there's a motion.
motion to approve consent agenda.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Barilla?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Commissioner Fury? Chairman DeFalco?
Yes. Moving on to new business, resolution 2025-29. This is a resolution authorizing service contract for an experienced and fully insured underground construction contractor for emergency repair or replacement of underground sewer mains and manhole structures, Mount Holly MUA, for 1 year term. Is there action on that resolution?
Motion to approve resolution 2025-29.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Barilla?
Abstain.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Commissioner Fury?
Yes.
Chairman DeFalco?
Yes. Resolution 2025-30, a resolution appropriating funding from the Improvement Replacement Fund for the purchase of one Aries Industries Voyager sewer main camera system. Is there action on that resolution?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Barilla?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Commissioner Fury?
Yes.
Chairman DeFalco?
Yes. And the resolution 2025-31, this is a resolution authorizing the appropriation of funds for the Rancocas Road Headworks project. Is there action on the resolution?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Barilla?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Commissioner Fury?
Yes.
Chairman DeFalco?
Yes. Resolution 2025-32, a resolution authorizing the award of a non-fair open goods services contract 2025-09 for the supply and delivery of a flight submersible mixer for the Digster sludge tank at the Rancocas Road treatment plant. Mouthful. Is there action on that?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Barilla?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Commissioner Fury?
Yes.
Chairman DeFalco?
Yes. And lastly, resolution 2025-33. This is a resolution authorizing the award of non-fair open goods and services contract 2025-10 for repairs to the 2006 Sterling Vector.
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Barilla?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Commissioner Fury?
Abstain.
Chairman DeFalco?
Yes. And that's all the resolutions we have for this evening. I'm gonna go ahead and open it back up to the public. This is the regular public portion of the meeting, and you may come up to discuss any item which you may have on your mind this evening. Anyone have any comments? Louis, do you have comments?
Yes.
this evening?
Well, contact Mac Few for his new appointment. Oh, it's great to see you guys working together. The Falcon and Jason, so it's nice to see you work. And any interaction with Mount Laurel MUA?
Mount Laurel?
Yeah, any interaction?
No, Louis.
No? Okay. And I think I actually swear to I think this question before. What will happen if that MEA got, eventually shut down? Will the state pay for, or that will affect anything to the Mount Holly MEA?
Ask what would happen if the MUA got shut down.
Yeah, talking about the MEA if it gets shut down, and there will be any,
That would be Mount Laurel's
Yeah.
problem.
huh?
That would be Mount Laurel's problem.
So it will have no service.
Wouldn't affect those surveys.
It would be the state problem, right?
Probably,
Yeah.
probably the state.
Oh, God, I'm just curious, I mean.
No.
Okay. All right. Any improvements or any savings for the solar panel you have for the last few years? Any more savings? Or just the
Yeah, I mean, we do see the savings on the monthly bills, but as far as the cost savings, we do have to pay the provider of the solar panels. We do not own them. But we do see a savings on our monthly bills,
so you know how much savings do you?
not at the exact moment.
I would like to see it. I mean, in the next meeting, you could at least give me, what kind of savings do you have, like an estimate, in the next meeting, if you could provide that. I appreciate
I
it.
can try to get that for you. It's a little difficult since we don't own them and we don't get all the information.
Yeah, I don't. I would appreciate if you could do that for the next meeting. I would like to see the savings. Thank you.
Thank you, Louis. Is there anybody else in the audience who wishes to say anything this evening? Yeah.
Can I come to the table just to put my papers down?
Sure, absolutely.
So, my name is Nancy Reuter. I live in Lumberton Township. I've been a resident there for, 40 years.
Can I just get your address, please?
18 Wilson Avenue.
Thank you.
Going over some of the budget numbers in the budget for the MUA. And, before I get to my concern, I'd like to ask you a couple questions about your budget. Number one, what is fringe benefits that's itemized in 2 lines that total over $1 million in your budget?
That would be pension and healthcare.
Okay, because the healthcare doesn't total those numbers. I went through it, okay? The second thing is, I also work for a public sector. When I retire or anybody else retires, we try to combine luncheons and things like that. And last year, your office spent a total of like $3,200 at O'Connor's for 2 different retirements, one on July 24th and one on August 29th. We couldn't have figured out a way to combine those 2? Because that's a lot of money, because what I'm gonna present to you, when I'm told you guys don't have money, and then, I see the expenditures on retirements, you could have combined it, you could have August 15th on both people, or 4 people, whoever it was. That's our sewer bills paying for these retirements. My job doesn't pay for my retirement luncheon. We all chip in $25 and we meet at O'Connor's. Now, that brings me to tonight's great thing. I have a packet of papers for you guys and ladies, if you'd like to look at it. So I've lived on Wilson Avenue for 22 years. I had an ejector pump in my house. The pit is 18 by 30. I have to eject all my water, all my feces, all my urine, 350 feet up a hill, about 8 to 10% incline. This pump has failed every year almost. I have reached out to Bob Young, who is probably one of those retirees. I have reached out to, it's not DeFalco, somebody else with a D. It's in that packet. I have reached out to several people about this, and it has fallen on deaf ears. I was forced to put this lift pump in my house. I was not allowed to get a septic. There's a code in there that Bob Young says Brad Rain probably didn't understand the code at the time, but neither here nor there. I'm still here. 350 feet, moving all waste, all solids, up the hill, and the pump fails. It's time for the MUA to step up to Wilson Avenue and take all of us off the pump and put a pump station in, come down and take 15 foot of that railroad bed and handle that, or direct us to another route. Bob Young tells me I'm 37 feet above sea level. The pump, the main gravity fed main is 45 feet above sea level. So as you can see, it's not getting up there without being pushed, whether it be from one of the houses on my street. Number 11 has one, number 13 has one, number number 16 has one and number 18 has one. It's disgusting. In the back of that packet, you'll see the nice picture of, this is in my basement. Looks like a little trash can in the corner. Has every alarm on it that you could imagine. I have the ADT connected to it. I have a water alarm connected to it. So if I'm not home, I get ADT to call me. If we are home, we hear the other water alarm. It's sad that, and barbaric, that we have to live like that today. Because I think there's other options, as Mr. Young gave me his map. Now, when I moved in, I don't know the warehouses were there by me, and I'm not sure if the warehouses are in Lumberton or Hainesport, but there's other options that we have. You have a pump station in Hollybrook, behind the Pack-a-Sack, and that's what I'm requesting. I'm not asking for you guys to pay for this, I'm asking for you as a grant. There are grants out there. I spoke to Lumberton Township, I spoke to ERI Environmental in Mount Laurel. There are grants available to get us off this system and get us in a normal way of flushing our toilets. That's all I'm asking for, help us. It's been 22 years. I wanted to come here tonight to show you my face, because it's to the point now, I might have to, I don't know, lawyer, I don't know what I'm gonna do, I don't know. You want me to apply for a grant myself? Let's sit and talk. I do grants for what I do for my job also. So I know there's grants out there. Lumberton Township says there is, ERI Environmental says it is, Alamos, I'm saying it right. Alamo says there are grants for this to get us hooked up the right way.
We can look into it more. I don't recall your specific communication to me, if that was the name of the D, but.
What's your name?
D Hall.
You're in the emails, yeah, because you would forward my stuff to Mr. Young, because Mr. Young wouldn't return my calls.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's like, not only me on the house, I'm just the last one on the street. Other people on my street, number 11 was just flipped and sold, they had a cesspool. You can't have a cesspool in the state anymore, so they weren't gonna put a septic in, so they put the pump in. They're shooting probably 40 feet, that's not that bad. Number 16, which is my neighbor, he's probably going about 50 to 65 feet. It's not that bad. I'm 350 feet. We all have pump issues. There's not one of us that would stand here tonight that say that these pumps are effective and they work. They're very costly. They're no difference than what you guys use as a digester than what I have in my house right now. Every ounce of water goes through the pump, every ounce. You lose power. I believe Mr. Young told me before he retired, well, people who have septics lose power, they can't flush their toilet. No, I'm in the public system. I'm in the main system. I should have the right to flush my toilet when there's no power. And you can't do it because the pump doesn't work. His response was, buy a generator.
I have a question.
That's not nice.
You have a question?
Sure.
From whom have you been told these grants are available?
The Lumberton Township engineer and ERI Environmental.
Not who told you, but who is this money coming from?
It would be the state of New Jersey.
State of New Jersey?
Mhm.
And you just want the, MUA's encouragement, what is it?
I don't want an encouragement. Somehow, like, this has to get moved. The options are reroute, and you can see the map that Bob Young gave me. You could put a pump station, which if you're familiar with Lumberton Township, there's a small pump station behind the Pack-a-Sack that handles Hollybrook. And there's room on Wilson Avenue to do that. There's a 15-foot abandoned railroad bed down there, 15-foot wide. There's a big piece of land between me and my neighbor. There's ways of doing this, and it always falls on deaf ears, because I don't think people wanna work. They don't understand. Super Bowl night, watching a Super Bowl, the pump explodes.
So just one more question. Are you saying that you want the MUA to apply for the grant?
Yes. Yeah, I'm in your domain, I'm in your public domain. I am pumping into your gravity-fed sewer main. The MUA should by all means apply for this grant.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Is there documentation on that in that packet that you provided to us?
No, but they were just phone
That's what
calls.
That's what I'm looking for, like, do you have documentation from an engineer saying this is the grant that's available, or,
No,
okay.
no.
Do you know who you spoke with at ERI?
Rashish,
Okay.
something like that, yeah. Rakesh, yeah.
And who at the township was it that you spoke?
It was with Umba at the time, Brandon
Okay, I saw
Umba, who's
Umba
left.
Brandon?
Yeah, I saw that was back in 2020.
It's been going on that long?
This has been going on since 2002. 2020, I lost power for 6 days. We all lost power. Couldn't flush the toilet. We couldn't get off of our street because the tree was down. Where were we supposed to get it down from? So, this is my frustration. It's been ongoing constantly. I have another email that I started emailing, the MUA in 2007. I haven't had access to my email because I switched phones and all that stuff, and I switched email addresses, but I'm still trying to retrieve that information. So it's been a good 15 years of me arguing this point. The other people on the street, like there's a lady directly across from me, she's still in the cesspool. If they sell, they have to update. She's gonna be shooting further if she has to link in. She's probably more like 400 feet because of her driveway. They just did a transfer of ownership between mom and daughter, so they kinda like did it the back way, and they don't have to hook in. They can keep their cesspool. Sarah, at the Rollins County Health Department, said.
Sarah DeFalco? That's what I would guess.
DeFalco? Might be her last name. Spoke to them the other day about it, like, who made me put this pump in, cause I have no idea, we don't know anything about this pump. This is what we were told by Brad Rain, who was the head of the, building and inspections when I, did this house. As a homeowner, we do what they said. That's all that we did. That's how we all have pumps. So, it's just disgusting. It's not a septic. It's not like a septic. It is a 22 gallon, because it's an 18 by 30 pit, and it only holds 22 gallons of water, so the pump is constantly running. And if I'm going 350 feet, you can imagine it burns out very quickly. The one pump that I have right now is $420. The other pump that went was $998. And this is like a yearly thing. We protected ourselves to the best of our ability, put a little pony wall up so it doesn't flood the basement, it contains it there, to trip the ADT alarm if the other alarm fails. Like, as homeowners, we've done everything, we've tried everything, and now we need your help.
Thank you. Can we get all the communication that's
Yeah.
required since like forever?
Nancy, thank you for
Yeah.
coming tonight to say, some of those retirements you mentioned were individuals in your communications, so they're no longer here, but I think we can, take all the information, give these guys, speak with ERI, they're one of our engineers as well.
Okay.
And try to come up with something, a little bit more information for you at least, to understand the situation and get your, grant information.
Okay, well, it looks like from, Bob Young's things, it kinda looks like there's another route that we could go. I'm not asking you to take the pipe out of my house, I know that I'm responsible to get it to the street wherever it goes, I get that. But, we need more options, we just can't continue like this. The other people that are on the street are like, 70 years old. So you can imagine the stress in their life when their pump goes. And the newer people that just moved in, they have no idea yet. Their pit is probably, a 12 by 8 maybe, or an 8 by 12 I should say, and they have no idea yet. Their pit's outside, 16's inside, mine is inside, the other pits are outside because they don't have a basement, they only have crawl space.
Thank you for bringing it to us. It's a fair question. I think you've got everybody's attention, and we'll look into it.
Okay, my contact information, I'm sure you can find me somewhere, but I'd like to leave you my phone number also.
Sure, please.
609-284-0540.
We'll add it to your, information in our system and
Okay.
reach out to you once we.
Alright, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to come tonight.
Yep, thank you.
Anybody else? Anybody want to follow that? Okay, closing the public, any communications this evening, the executive director?
Just our annual audit started, Brent and Casey Lee are in, they're wrapping up field work next week. We won't have a final report until, the state OPEB reports come out, probably June, July. But everybody's fully cooperating.
Anything from engineering tonight? Operations, safety?
Nothing
Tom, anything?
Thank you for the continued plan.
And like Mike, anything from the finance side? Alright, Jason, anything this evening?
Well, Mr. Perry,
Thank you very much.
I will say just the 2 words, because I keep bragging about this. 30 years ago, when I was in service to my first hometown, they created their first MUA, and for whatever reason, they needed my encouragement. And I said, well, can we do solid waste as well? Because that was the real problem in the town at the time. And turned out nobody had ever done solid and liquid waste in MUA before. So I consider myself an expert 30 years removed from the latest technology or knowledge or interest. But I am happy and grateful and proud to serve my town's Mount Holly graduates for 23 years in this capacity.
Randy?
I just wanna make a motion for Mr. Fury to play the saxophone. Is that possible? No, congratulations, thank you, thank you for joining us, and I'm sure you're gonna help us out tremendously.
We'll do what we can do.
Awesome. And lastly, hard to follow all that up, but, Mark, you are definitely, in welcomed environment being here. We look forward to your 30 years of experience removed from your prior, getting up in Plansfield. But no, in all seriousness, welcome to the board. We look forward to working with you, learning from experience that you have, and also vice versa. So
Appreciate it.
we're looking to have a good year ahead of us.
Thank you.
Maybe more. So thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And with that, thank you to everyone that came out. Louis, thank you. Tell your people said thank you for watching if anyone's on tonight.
Yeah.
And with that, is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye. All right. Have a good evening, everyone.
Thank you.